Mamelang, guys, remember in 2019, is it 2019 when COVID hit these streets? We first started watching China and what's going on over there, and we imagined that it was extremely draconian. What in the world under heaven it is that China was doing, and all of our governments, our presidents were like, no, we're not going to do that to our people, we're not going to lock them away, until COVID continued to spread in our individual countries, and it was getting kind of out of hand, and people were dying. Refrigerated trucks were being were filling up people's bodies, and it was just getting really dire. So now nations that held back from draconian restrictions pertaining locking everybody away then decided that, listen, for health and security, for safety and security and all that jazz of people, y'all are gonna have to stay home for 3 months for this, da 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 da. You remember the lockdowns, how they started. Initially we thought China was draconian, and then China's method of containing the illness was adopted by the global citizenship. Yeah, okay, well, eventually when China's methods were adopted, right, we were like, I guess it makes sense, because we were made to see, right? We were made to see that, okay, this is kind of dangerous, this thing. I have an aunt that's in hospital. I know of somebody, two cousins removed, that is coughing it up a storm. So basically it hit home. And when it hit home, even though initially we might have rioted and had qualms with being locked at home for 3 months or whatever, a whole chunk of us were like, okay, fine, okay, whatever, I'll sit at home, and I'll only go out at certain times, and I'll only go to buy stuff at stores that are open for essential services. Fine, you accepted it. You basically allowed the robbing or the taking away of your freedoms, right? Because now the circumstance was, it called for it because you witnessed, you saw with your own eyes that, okay, this thing is kind of spreading, and I don't want to get it, and I also don't want my family getting it. So you started to believe in social distancing, if you know what I'm saying. You basically had the proof in the pudding. All right, well, Dag order is about to be sent out on the religion that is Christianity, pertaining what we believe to be the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christ and the rapture date. There's going to be a global consensus that we need to stop predicting rapture dates, because there's going to be an epidemic of suicides that's going to break out across the world, across all countries, where people have had this hope, and family members that are bereaved are going to take this up to the news and stuff like that. And globally there's going to be literally a concerted effort that we are now going to restrict this liberty of expression in the religion of Christianity. And so even though initially we might have rioted and gone out into the streets and said, you have taken away my freedom of religion, thanks to 2,000 people that have passed away in one particular country from a failed rapture date, the world is going to be like, listen, it is justifiable, we see where they're coming from.